I have been playing a game. And I checked this game out at Summer Game Fest, immediately fell in love with it in the hour that I played it there. And now I had a chance to review it. I got the code like last week, dove in to Sword of the Sea, and releases today on PlayStation Plus if you have the executive level of PlayStation Plus.
I
Whatever that is.
downloaded it during work today, and I looked
Beautiful.
at it on the dashboard, and I have not started it.
Perfect. So this is okay. I have tons of notes on my phone here that I've written for this game, but I'm
You
gonna
got me
say
stoked for this game when you came
yeah,
back from Summer Games Fest.
sure.
So.
And you should be, because so it's a Dali length game, 3 to 4 hours.
The perfect game.
Perfect
Yeah.
perfect afternoon / evening game. And when you play Sword of the Sea, first of all, Giant Squid Studio. When you play Sword of the Sea, you will want to go through the whole thing all at once, because it really is that kind of experience where you don't want to put this thing down. I'm going to play the trailer here and bump this up here. So people call it a surfing game. It's not a surfing game. It's more akin to snowboarding and skateboarding in a way. It's sword boarding, one might say. The world of Sword of the Sea has lost all the water. The sea has disappeared, and the sea is sort of yearning to come back. And it's endowed this nameless character, this nameless hero, to bring the water back. So as the game starts, everything is sand. The sand moves like water. So you're actually on waves of sand bouncing up and down. There's half pipes. There's tiles that you can go over. There's chains that you can skate down or surf down or whatever you want to call it. The feel of this game is of let me put it this way. The game is about the balance between life and lack of life. And what I mean by that is, even when there is no life, even when there's no water, when there's no animals, there feels like there's an anticipation. There's an emptiness, but there's an anticipation that water will return. And that's why the sea has gifted this person to bring the water back and kind of vanquish this dragon, which you kind of find out. But the angle towards sort of the loneliness aspect is really kind of profound to me. And we've seen these kinds of games in the past where, you're kind of a soul character, journey, absolute pathless. And you bump into other people in different ways to kind of get the story to move along, right? Whether it's co-op or it's sort of asymmetric. In this case, the world without living creatures in it, when there's no water, is very lonely. And there's only one other person that you meet, but you only meet that other person when you start to bring water back to the world. When you start bringing water back to the world, the fish come out. You see the killer whales. All the animals are happy. Jellyfish are coming up everywhere. Seaweed is growing. You go from sand in sort of this desolate world to this lush, vibrant world that you're bringing water to. There's all the different biomes and stuff as well. But and that kind of dichotomy to me is really kind of exciting and profound. And what I mean by that is, even in moments like where everything is empty, you see in this video and in these videos that you're kind of skating down sand and you're skating in tunnels and everything seems quiet and empty. It is empty, but the developers have painstakingly gone through putting life in those. And I think the first time you start to understand it is you're going over sand that works and functions like water, right? So the sand dunes are waves, and you see it, you're bouncing over this stuff, you're hovering over it. Sand is alive. This world is alive. It's very lonely and it's waiting, but it's still alive. And the sand is kind of like heartbeats, kind of like the waves of life waiting and kind of working their way and anticipating. And that sort of anticipation in this game is what really kind of struck me, because I wanted to bring water everywhere. Like, you start playing and you're thinking, can I fill this zone up with water? Can I fill this with water? What happens when I fill this with water? And as you do, things get more life they get more beautiful. Flowers will spring up. Dolphins will pop in. I don't want to get into too many spoilers, but there's so much that happens to this world where life comes back and water comes back that by the time you're done with this whole thing, like I sat back on my couch and I've already gone through one run and I'm halfway through my second run in this game. I sat back on my couch and I thought, I love the earth. Like I love life. And when I love every aspect of life. I love going out. I will go outside in the wintertime and see everything caked in ice and snow and think, this is beauty. This is magic. I will go in the middle of summer and see dirt on the ground now and think, this is life. Like it's still life. It's still here. And it's anticipating water coming in or some effect coming in. And that to me was just such an awesome moment, like finishing the game and thinking, okay, there's that connection to the planet is so strong. It's something that we tend to forget about. And this game is telling the story of, I don't want to say environmentalism, but it's telling the story of care and love and connection to the earth, to the planet that you don't really see in other games. And they kind of focus it towards the sea. And they're also called giant squid, which is a very seaworthy animal. So as you revolve around that, it's such a strong, kind of compelling and profound story. And you get to do freaking tricks and you get to collect experience points and learn to do different tricks and flips. And there's no reason to do the tricks and flips. It's just a fun little thing that's like, hey, I have a sword. I have a sword board. Why can't I do tricks and flips? Why not? That's cool. You can see, yeah. I mean, there's half pipes built up everywhere. There's empty.
Does Goldfinger start playing at some point?
Yeah, right. And so it's just this cool aspect, and it really is kind of going with the flow. Water flows, right? Obviously, water flows. The sand flows, and everything feels like it's all heading towards one direction. And you really are sort of going with the flow. And there are good and bad to that. I think the good thing is that you just kind of go and do stuff, and there's no like markers to tell you what to do. You just kind of go out there, and you're constantly moving and moving forward. That can be a little bit on the, I don't want to say bad side, but that can be a little bit on the more challenging side for folks because there isn't an actual marker of where you have to go. You just kind of go and start doing things and learning those tricks. And you can learn the story if you want to of what happened to this world and why it sort of dried up and what the history is behind it. Again, you don't have to. It's just keep moving forward and you kind of go from there. It's really stunning. It's wonderful. They've done it again, and this has rocketed to right at or near the top of my game of the year already list. I freaking love it, and it's one of those experiences where you're both the life bringer to this planet and you're experiencing the life and you're understanding what life is. So yeah, I can Sword of the Sea, go check it out. It's just so cool. I love it so much. Can't recommend it enough. I'm emotionally frail for this. By the end of this, you will be so filled with optimism that even in some of the, I don't want to say battle, but there's some things that happen that you're like, yeah, I feel good about myself. I got to play this again and start to really kind of absorb it like water. So yeah, Sword of the Sea, check it out. It's on PlayStation Plus Pass, whatever that is. You can buy it.
I think it's premium, or I forget which tier it is. I have the highest one, and I just download everything.
So good. Go get it.